Okay, let's be real, we all get them, those suspicious texts, those scammy messages, but what if the whole system we use to fight them had a massive blind spot? Well, today we're going to break down a brand new open source tool that's designed to protect people in languages that are often completely overlooked, closing a really dangerous gap in our digital defenses.
You know, this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? The same tech that makes our lives so convenient also has this dark side. Scammers are getting way smarter, and they're using the very devices we carry around in our pockets to find new ways to trick us.
So let's talk about what that threat actually looks like, day to day for millions and millions of people. It is constant, and believe me, it is personal.
We've all seen them, right? Those texts with sketchy links promising a free gift or warning you about some fake account problem. But for a lot of people, this isn't just an annoyance. It's a serious threat that can lead to them losing their hard-earned money or even their entire identity. And folks from less privileged backgrounds are often the most vulnerable. Now here's the real kicker, the weakness that scammers are exploiting. A ton of these attacks aren't even in English. They use regional languages, like Telugu, to just slip right past the security filters we all think are protecting us.
So you're probably thinking, wait a minute, don't we have AI for this stuff? And yeah, we do. But it has this huge, gaping blind spot. And understanding that gap is really the key to understanding why this whole project is so important.
So here's where a lot of current AI systems just fall flat. They're typically trained on these massive English datasets. So when they see a language like Telugu, they don't understand it, they just try to translate it. And what you get is this literal, word-for-word mess with super weird sentence structures. The AI completely misses the context, the slang, all the subtle little tricks that a native speaker would spot in a heartbeat.
And this is where this new dataset comes in. It's not just about throwing more data at the problem, it's about using smarter data. Think of it like a shield built by people for people. The core idea here is something called human in the loop. It sounds technical, but it's actually a pretty simple and powerful concept. Instead of just relying on machines, you bring in a human expert. For this project, that means having someone who's an expert in the Telugu language actually review the data, correct the machine's mistakes, and add all that cultural nuance a machine would totally miss. It's how you build a tool that understands not just words, but how people actually talk.
So, what's actually under the hood here? Let's take a look at the key ingredients that make this dataset so effective.
First up, let's talk scale. The dataset is built on 5,000 unique data points. Now, I know what you're thinking. That might not sound like the millions of data points you see in those huge models, but remember that human-in-the-loop approach. Every single one of these has been carefully curated and verified by a person. That makes it an incredibly high-quality foundation for training a really effective detection model. It's all about quality, not just quantity.
Now, this is absolutely crucial. The dataset is perfectly balanced. 50% of the messages are potential scams and 50% are legitimate. So why does that matter so much? Well, without this balance, an AI model might just learn to be lazy, right? It might just start marking everything as safe to get a good score. This 50-50 split forces the model to actually get smart and learn the real, subtle differences between a scam and a totally normal message. And you can see right here just how relevant this data is. The scam examples aren't some generic, old-school stuff. No, they're the modern threats we're all seeing today, from fake job offers and crypto schemes to these terrifying digital arrest warnings. And just as importantly, the model is also trained on what not to flag, things like real emergency alerts, bank notifications, and personal messages you actually want to receive.
And the creator makes a really important point here. This dataset isn't meant to be the final, perfect, end-all solution. Think of it more like a launchpad. It's designed as an open-source tool to empower developers and researchers everywhere to take this foundation and build even smarter, more robust protection for their own communities.
Okay, so having a great dataset is one thing, but how does it actually turn into a real-world defense system that protects people?
Well, there are a few really powerful ways you can use it. For one, you could train a brand new model from scratch to flag or just block scam messages. Or you could use it as a benchmark to test how well existing AI models are doing with this challenge. You could even fine-tune a small, efficient model to run directly on a phone, which is super cool. But really, the ultimate goal here is to inspire someone, maybe you, to take this data and build a real application that makes a tangible difference in people's safety.
So, this is just the beginning. Let's look ahead and see where this important project is planning to go.
The roadmap for this project is honestly really exciting.
First, the plan is to add more message categories to make the detection even more precise. Then, the next huge step is to create an audio version to help fight that constant problem of spam calls. And, maybe most importantly, the goal is to expand to other regional Indian languages, bringing this kind of protection to even more communities.
And because this is an open, community-driven project, there's a direct call for help. If you're a native speaker, you can actually contribute to the data set or help review translations, and anyone can share ideas for how this data could be used to protect speakers of Telugu, Hindi, and other languages down the line.
So, we'll end with this question for you. Tools like this dataset put the power to create real, meaningful change right in our hands. It's a fantastic reminder that with the right data and a community-focused approach, we can absolutely fight back against the problems of our digital world, one message at a time.